it never ceases to amaze me that there's always some type of new. I was saying earlier this week, I hope there's some decent pro wrestling news when it comes to the CM Punk situation by the time we get to the show. And sure enough, no pun intended, the conversation is going to maybe we could see y'all want to see CM Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin battle in is that a WrestleMania match, I imagine?
Yes, that
you want to see that?
Yes, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense to me.
I think it makes sense. I don't know if that means I want to see it though. I think that's where
it might make sense.
I'll tell you why this makes perfect sense. These guys are old. You know, old guys got violence.
Time.
Old guys got violence. No, old guys don't have time. That's not how it works.
This is gonna be a no DQ.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the ill part is they can go all the way back to that video game promo that they did years ago, where it was like a little weird tension, and you know what I'm saying. And I think that's a perfect match. That way you don't have to, because we don't know, what Punk's commitment is and whatnot, and so it's something that they can do outside the realm of needing the nigga to be on TV every single week as he just getting back. So, and like I said, the match they're gonna have, we don't want to see either one of these guys in a whole bunch of matches with big work rate, and we know Rock. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of niggas sing the same song, but you know what I mean, Chili Ocean. Anyway, the thing is you got two guys, old guys, that's just gonna beat each other up, and that's what kind of match they need to have. Because if not, you know what I'm saying? If not, then you run the risk of like what kind of match you don't want to see nobody doing no suicide Rana.
But
I
don't.
But you also don't at this point, don't we also run that chance of having another Shane McMahon episode?
I mean, you always run that risk when somebody walks somewhere.
But not. I tend to see younger niggas a lot less.
CM Punk he's had a couple injuries the last couple of years is the one thing that concerns me.
You know why? Because he was in the work rate. He was in the work.
Well, yes,
doing them tope suicidas, yeah.
Because you do the old man sports entertainment, beat a nigga up, main event of night one, where it's just violence, niggas beat each other up through the crowd and tell a little story, and both of them look tired. And no, you don't speak for us all, but that's fine. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, this is the people want to see this.
The people do want to see this. The people.
We know.
Wait. Did we get this from this week?
What you mean? The promo on Raw, you're saying, did that get to this? No.
What I'm saying is, I didn't see any of this mentioned this week.
That's today.
It was I think Sean Ross Sapp tweeted it earlier. It may have hit Fightful Select earlier this afternoon. Yeah. But the story was really just that there's been conversation of having Punk versus Austin. They're not saying when. They're not saying
years ago. This is the shit that was drummed up years ago.
From this promo, yeah.
Democrats. There's some shit drummed up by the Democrats.
Eddie James lying. Eddie James is lying.
Sting 63 wrestles better than Punk, and he wasn't injured.
He's lying.
What?
Was he wrestling?
Nah, he was jumping off of shit.
He was diving onto.
And then he sit on the goddamn edge of the ring,
getting hurt
for the rest of the time.
He gonna have to do a whole match. He going back to Greensboro, North Carolina, in a couple of months to go sit on the ring apron. Because that's going to be another death match as well. Not death match. That's going to be no DQ.
Old man violence.
Yes.
It's the equalizer. Violence. It's the equalizer. All these matches is the equalizer. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be. He's not doing a whole lot of running. You know what I mean? What they say about Sam Jackson on these goddamn Marvel movies? I'm not running. I'm just going to turn around and shoot. I'm not running.
I
Might as
don't.
well.
I don't. I don't know about this one.
Mm-mm.
About Punk and Stone Cold. I don't know about that one.
So what's the alternative? What do you want to
Great
see?
question.
Don't get in the ring.
This is Mania,
See,
right?
that's not an option though. We need
No, it's
realistic.
not. No,
Oh,
that's the
We need
thing.
realistic options.
We're talking WrestleMania.
Yeah.
As of right now, CM Punk has apparently got a multi-year deal. Like he's got to wrestle somebody at some point.
That don't mean he wrestling all them years.
Right.
But if we're talking pro wrestling, this place fits his work rate. I'm gonna assume you need somebody to also carry him through the matches. I don't know if Stone Cold
Not that
is
kind of
gonna
match.
be-
It's a bunch of niggas. It's a bunch of punches and kicks.
Okay, I doubt that that's what it's gonna be.
What do you
Not
think?
at WrestleMania.
What's the Stone Cold match at WrestleMania, regardless of the opponent?
What do you mean? It was
What's
a little
Steve's
bit more
moveset?
It was a little bit more action when he was younger. The last time we saw him, he had a few of the younger guys, and then you saw what happened when he fought Vince McMahon. It was awful.
One promo from I think the one good point that Rock brought up was who really wins in that match. The idea that there's but I think the thing is something like a Punk versus Austin. It would be a match that you would add. I would imagine be a match you would add to a card at WrestleMania. So you're automatically going to be getting people going, and they want to see. Again,
Stone Cold.
I'm the one who questions why everybody wants to see these old niggas wrestle. I say it every WrestleMania. I say it every couple months. This is one of them matches everybody gonna want to see them old niggas wrestle at WrestleMania. Do you see how you look in the crowd on Monday night? It would be clusters of grown men in them new Punk. They probably bought them CM Punk shirts at the stand, went to the bathroom, or just went to their seat, floop. Threw the new one right on. They've been ready for this. I don't know if it's going to be what they want and what they think is going to be when that bell rings, but they've been waiting for this. It's to get asses in seats wherever they're going to have the show at.
Yo, I guess so. I know when just seeing John Cena's last run, that shit, that ain't for me, God.
He was getting thumbed in the chest.
That ain't for me.
This is what they do. This is what they've been doing. This was Edge's run.
And that wasn't for me either.
Hey, he put on the best pro wrestling match ever, right?
When?
You may get some more of that.
When did he put on the best wrestling match ever?
At was it Backlash? What was that show that they did
Randy
that?
Orton.
They did that hour-long Randy. It was wrestling in the back and wrestling on top of the fucking trailer and shit. It was the greatest pro wrestling match of all time.
God bless.
Or something. I don't know. I mean, but it
wasn't that was
I don't remember it.
That was they filmed that shit, right?
It was one of the it had cinematic. It had cinematic. Well, because they were doing a lot. Again, I think what they were trying. I haven't actually rewatched that match since it aired. It felt like they were trying to make art. Like this was like their love letter to everything pro wrestling they were trying to do. Didn't they refilm like part of the end, the finish or something to that match because
that's when he got hurt, right?
That's because he got hurt. They were going for it.
Randy Orton.
They were going for it in that match.
Oh, why?
It was one of them early pandemic.
Yes.
It was early pandemic. Backlash 2020. I thought it was a Backlash show. I only remember because at SmackDown, Danielson and AJ Styles had the match I would have called anyway. I think Brother Fam is right. I think that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get old man violence from this. It's not gonna be pretty.
No, it's not.
I fear that unless CM Punk is working on his promo game, I don't know if the promo battle is going to be as strong based off of what I've seen, not just on Monday, but over the last couple of years from CM Punk. He needs to work back to where he was, especially if he's going to be
with Stone Cold.
That promo on Monday didn't feel like something that's going to talk me into a WrestleMania venue.
No, that promo on Monday was bait and switch.
Facts.
I think
that
it
was
supposed to be
pure bait and switch. They like, look, we gonna advertise him. Then they went from advertising him to advertising a commercial free first hour. Right?
First hour, yeah.
And then we had to watch some niggas without the knee pads wrestle. And then no Punk during the first hour. You got Randy Orton came out and stuff.
Yeah.
And so when we saw what we saw at the end of Saturday night,
mm-hmm.
and then you go from that to saying, well, we're gonna go commercial free first hour.
It sets the tone.
And CM Punk is making his return. He's going to be at Raw. We was like, all right, we getting Punk, right?
That's what it felt like. That's exactly what it felt like. We got Punk.
And then it was like, yeah, Punk coming. And then it was first hour was gone. And then they started showing commercials. They was like, Punk coming.
He'll be back. Don't worry. Don't worry.
And they was like, all right, we got you. We got you done in the third hour. Punk coming. And then they put that match on and they was like, it's 10 minutes left. Punk. Nigga, they did. That was what they was doing.
Yeah.
They wasn't. Punk was never going to give you nothing. There is no direction. There was no, what am I doing next in that promo? This was Punk is going to talk in the ring, and that's it.
Because one of the things that I noticed on Monday night, which I was not prepared for, and I guess I finally really saw the tribalism that people talk about between WWE and AEW. I saw a lot of people talking about watching Raw for like the first time in a while because of CM Punk. And I mean, it obviously, if that's the first Raw you saw in a while, I apologize because that's not one of the better
no commercials.
But
nor did they have knee pads. The niggas ain't had knee pads. I don't care how many matches y'all love from NXT. If them Creed niggas don't put on knee pads, I can't fool with it.
They need knee pads before they need a gimmick. Because they need we
what
need
the knee.
Then the girl come in and she like naked sort of through cotton. Like I don't like her clothes. It's a lot they do. Give them some knee pads. Or just give them niggas some knee pads.
Mimi, you do your favorite wrestlers wear knee pads?
No. Does Randy Orton wear knee pads?
Yes.
Yes, Randy Orton wears knee pads.
I don't watch Randy Orton's knees.
It only look weird when they don't have them.
Why your face look like that? I don't. I look at his thighs. I look at his back.
yo.
I look at his back.
When Roman Reigns was Roman Reigns, before he had the Shield get up, he was wearing knee pads, right?
Yeah. It's knee pads up under them goddamn
gotta be
cargos.
Gotta be. They all wear knee pads. It looks weird when you don't wear knee pads.
You're a weirdo if you don't wear knee pads. You're a whole weirdo, wrestlers.
Who else don't wear knee? Ilion wears knee pads.
Dragunov.
Ilya, he wears
no.
knee pads?
I don't believe he wears knee pads.
Elion, I'm thinking Gonzalez.
I'm about to say. She said Elio's Pizza wear the knee pads. Nah,
Corey hates it when I be botching people's names.
Who?
Nah, they don't wear the knee pads. Ron Garvin didn't wear knee pads,
and it looked stupid.
It looked crazy. He would have the high socks up above his boots and no knee pads. It always looked goofy to me.
Yep.
Sorry. Cody don't wear knee pads. He didn't wear knee pads. That's right.
I wouldn't know.
And it looked weird.
And it looked stupid.
Nigga, I don't never notice that they don't have on knee pads.
Nah, it looks
I've always noticed.
It
looks crazy.
Fuck if this nigga don't got on.
I'm like, not saying it.
Most of the people that I'm rooting for wearing pants.
They be wearing knee pads.
It don't matter. It's pants.
But they be wearing knee pads.
It don't matter. They're pants on.
If they wrestled in regular trunks and they didn't have no knee pads on, it'd be weird.
I mean, when you get on a knee, it does hurt.
How the fuck? Where were you in a wrestling ring?
Hey, cuz, leave it alone.
I don't know nothing about that. Yeah, Matt.
No, I don't know either.
Matt, you were supposed to say nope. Nope.
What? Nope. When they get on one knee, they're like, no.
He got on one knee. I don't have the picture. He did.
Man, shout out.
Yeah, every time.
Shout out to CM Punk, man.
Ahmed Johnson did wear knee pads on his arms.
Man. I heard CM Punk music hit, and I seen Cuz run out the bathroom and shit.
Nigga, I was peeing. Like, I was mad because the
if you ever watch
nobody was ready.
I definitely watched
run out the bathroom and shit, and his pants down. That's what Cuz did.
You a lie.
Nah,
but think about it.
Jimmy's.
I will say, I can't recap the whole Survivor Series, but I will say when they were doing the WarGames match, we already saw Randy Orton, and Rhea Ripley runs out with the briefcase talking about. No, Randy came out, but she was already talking about trying to cash in and whatnot for Damian, and then Randy came out. I figured that was all the surprise we was going to get. I figured that was
same.
The show was going off the air. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was just kind of
already showed the logo. That was perfect.
It was going off the air, and then he hit the music, and then Homeboy came out, and Seth Rollins said all that filth, flarn filth, and then fade to black.
So y'all believe that Michael Cole was holding Seth Rollins back? Y'all believe all it took was Michael Cole? No, get back here.
Sometimes, you know what I mean? Sometimes the nigga in the suit, just because the nigga got a suit on, it'll calm your nerves. Like, he got on a suit, let me calm the fuck down. You know what I'm saying?
But that's why they make lawyers wear suits? They're supposed to
facts.
That's the science behind that.
Facts.
No, but
as work. Should ask Chris Brown.
In the chat, let us know. Legal Eagles. But no, you've been saying this since Saturday or since Sunday, Matt, that this is what's best for business. Talk about your thoughts on CM Punk being back and why this is necessary.
I already explained this shit to the Buckle Nation.
Shouts to everybody who
the
Buckle. Everybody that tune into the Buckle.
Tuesdays,
6:35. You already know what it is. Yo, it's just like you do recall Brother Muzone from The Wire.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He was hired to take out Omar.
Facts.
When shit went awry, Brother Muzone and Omar ended up teaming up. The enemy of my enemy is a friend of mine. So Omar and Brother Muzone teamed up to get rid of Stringer Bell. The man who hired Brother Muzone in the first place.
You saying Tony Khan is switching SIM cards? Every time he about to book at AEW Rampage, so we put a new SIM in his phone.
Tony Khan is fucking Stringer Bell in this case.
That sounds crazy.
You feel like you know the wrestling business, so you hop smooth in.
Right.
You don't know the ins and outs. You know they playing dirty down here. You know Clay Davis and them is playing filthy around here. You threw some money out, they took it. Man, you trying to get back. It's not. It just ain't this. You doing niggas dirty, and what happens? The enemy.
So who's
the enemy? This is what happens. Triple H saw an opportunity, like me and Cal were talking about before.
Right.
There's no other time for you to bring CM Punk in.
The stars align. Chicago.
This is the only time it could happen.
Survivor Series, being at war with AEW 2023. This was
the only time this was going to happen. It all fell. All those chips fell into place.
Boy, so who's Brother Muzone and who's Omar?
Brother Muzone is CM Punk.
Triple H is Omar.
Triple H. Yeah.
Damn. Who's the blind nigga that be helping Omar? That's Nick Khan. Butchie.
Butchie.
That's Nick Khan. That's Vince. It's gotta be Vince, right?
Nah, that might be Nick Khan.
Might be
But still, you already know what it is. It's laid out for you.
AEW is Amsterdam.
It's business. Yeah, it looks
that's
like
good, Shelly Belly. That's good.
It's best for
AEW
business. This is you know what I'm saying.
Well, I
Dan Bryan is Wood Harris. What's your name? You know your boy
Barksdale.
Avon Barksdale. You said, you know your boy gave you up.
Wait.
And I ain't had to put a gun on him neither.
But the timeline is saying that Daniel Bryan is what's the little kid name? What's the little boy name
that killed him?
Kennard.
Kennard.
That's Daniel Bryan.
No, because he put the bullet in. He put the bullet in Omar. They not killing nothing over there. They ain't strong enough.
So then who's killing Omar?
Nobody.
Then who?
I don't think
it's not a one.
I don't think the metaphor has to go out that far. You don't went
yeah. You tripping.
Well, I mean, hey, y'all start bringing in Avon and whatnot. I'm trying to understand the correlations.
Because it's all in that scene. One nigga did it. He teamed up with the nigga that he hired, and the one nigga overseen it all by letting it happen.
It's not just
so
me.
It's all in the same situation. But once you go, Tony Khan, his bubbles is fake.
It's not just me. It's not just me. People saying McNutty's in here.
This is what's best for business.
I do agree. I think because I think AEW responding on Dynamite with just saying, "Hey, we got this tournament that we doing. Watch our tournament, and you gonna love these matches in this." And it was dope. It was the show was actually dope before that.
It's dope.
That's what they're supposed to do.
They should have been doing that though.
And this is the thing is the expectations. Please don't watch the timeline for the the timeline be tripping. We all know that.
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
It was tripping.
I was here come and talk about Tony Khan. No, nigga, they not doing that.
It's not happening.
This nigga gonna show up with 5 minutes in a short leash. The same thing. They want them to come back and be like, "Did nigga CM Punk and see you?" I mean, no, nigga, that is how you play yourself. And I think we said this in the chat. I said this in the chat this week. Is the way that AEW responds is by staying in a lane.
Yeah,
they should have been did that shit.
That's
true indeed.
That's probably what it
is. Punk is not their lane. He's not. He's not the wrestling guy. He's the sports entertainment guy that used to be the wrestling guy, but got big being the sports entertainment guy.
Right.
So stick to your goddamn Kenny Omegas and your blood matches with Moxley and all that they doing over there. Stick to that. That stuff works for them and their audience.
It looks good on you.
They had it right. Bruce. In fact, they had it right the first time. I mean, that's how you started. People loved it. You kind of diverted, and it looks like it was a lot of people that when Punk came through, it changed things up a little bit. Now Punk's gone, and it feels like they kind of getting back to where they was going.
Yeah, but do you still you lost some of the trust that motherfuckers had in you?
Right.
I think that's definitely going to be a part of it. I think that
getting that shit back. I don't know if you can get that shit back.
I think you can always get it back because it always happens when any wrestling company does something that doesn't work.
Because when I look at these photos of live events, I don't know if that you looking like is that time ever going? Are you going to get that time? You know what I'm saying? Because it might be that may take some time for that to come back around, and it don't look like that time you're gonna get that time.
They may not have no choice.
They
may not have no choice though. I mean, they can't with again. MJF sound like he need to be on the shelf at some point soon. Like they're not they don't really have the luxury of time. They gotta kind of just keep going and
where you go after that.
That's been a concern of mine from them for a minute, but
they've been fixing it. And it's I always say for me, pro wrestling will always be about scenes, right? And scenes is you gotta have the people who you expect to vie for certain titles. Now that nigga's in the the TBS title scene. That nigga's in the TBS title scene, and so on and so forth. And for a while, because of what they were doing with MJF and the belt was stolen, it didn't look like there were guys around, right? But now, once again, we start seeing Samoa Joe look like who Samoa Joe is always supposed to look like. We start seeing goddamn Kenny Omega look like Kenny Omega is. Oh yeah, he does do sing like they start to break. Those guys are starting to break away from what teams, you know what I'm saying, or whatever other situations they were in. It's why you have a guy like Samoa Joe just drop that belt and get out of there, because they need guys in that AEW main event scene more important than that goddamn Ring of Honor. It don't matter. That Ring of Honor, it don't matter. It's on the app. They need somebody for Wednesday and Saturday.
They need them again. I don't want to say it. The dirt sheets is right, but the if the conversation is that Warner Brothers Discovery is gunning for Raw, like they're saying that they're gunning for Raw,
Monday Night Raw.
Monday night, it may be
what?
That's the word on road is the conversations for the rights for Raw. The front runner is Warner Brothers Discovery. That's just chatter.
Wait.
Raw on Max.
Well, I guess that's the question. It's where they have TBS and TNT and HBO Max.
Wait. Hold the fuck up.
I'm like, wait, huh?
How long?
Hey, I'm not the only one saying it. I'm not before you don't believe me. Before you don't believe me, allegedly.
Everything's allegedly until it happens.
What?
Well, I guess there's a couple of ways to look at it, right? There's a couple of ways to look at it.
I'm trying to see it.
Right.
When based off of just like the conversation we're having offline, based off of what CM Punk would be saying in his promos in AEW, the check writers at Warner Brothers Discovery, especially David Zaslav, people like that, they were the people that wanted CM Punk. Zaslav, he there was a reason why. I mean, aside from the fact that he was beefing with the Elite. They wanted to bring more pro wrestling to Warner Brothers Discovery, and having CM Punk and building a show with CM Punk, they were gung ho on that. It seemed. I don't know if they are, if Zaslav or Warner Brothers Discovery specifically are marks for CM Punk, but it's very interesting. And that conversation picks up days after he's signed a deal with WWE. The other conversation is, oh, well, maybe Warner Brothers Discovery isn't rocking with AEW. AEW's rights deals are supposed to be coming up in 2024. That was the reason why they did not put ROH on the CW, because the thought was that they were going to trying to do a package deal, maybe go with AEW first and see what happens with Ring of Honor. That was all the chatter. It could be that Warner Brothers Discovery likes AEW and they also want more pro wrestling. There's a chance to get Raw, and Dick Khan and Triple H say, "Oh, we have War. Let's go to their channel and then beat them on their own channel." I don't know.
Their own channel is fucking insane.
There's a lot of different
disrespect. Oh my god, it's a neutering fest.
Wait, what?
A neutering fest.
Sounds weird.
Mighty Vince says that Warner already owns 12.5% of the CW, so they're already getting down with pro wrestling. They got NXT dropping in October. If again, this is assuming all of this is actually A, happening, and B, imminent, because those rights deals are coming up, and that could get announced anytime.
Yeah, niggas get killed for this kind of shit. Shout out to Body More Bottles. Because they'll know what it is. You put your work, man, please.
Why not? If we're really at war and the game has changed and you want to be petty, maybe you maybe you pull a Marlowe.
That level of petty is, I love it.
Take your corners.
Look, you see what I'm saying? I love it. It's some wild shit.
But it's the same thing you saying though. It's all the same conversation. CM Punk is the best for business. when CM Punk steps in, these are the conversations start coming. But it also elevates the combo.
It's the first time in a long time I haven't heard numbers. Like niggas online love numbers. You internet niggas love to see what y'all done figured out and told numbers and what y'all think matter.
Calculations.
Like, y'all have told I haven't heard the numbers on the 4th hour this weekend. Like,
no,
what happened when CM Punk was on TV? I want to know what the numbers was like.
The Raw number did go. Did obvious. I think with CM Punk and Randy Orton returning, that
hole was through the roof.
Yeah, that Raw. I'm trying to see if I can.
They ain't got enough numbers to calculate the hole.
Niggas thought. My nigga was
19 digits.
I'm just waiting for that goddamn Rhea Ripley RKO is what I'm waiting for.
That shit, that you got like 9 months.
Violence.
That's gonna happen.
It's on the way. Listen,
it's like 9 months away, yo.
The indies have been they gonna milk it. They teased it. They teased it. But like the indies know that the state of things, right, are that either you're gonna have to stay away from it or just go ahead and buy in. And like if you getting in these people's faces and you bigger than some of the a great deal of the ladies you wrestling against, it's gonna make sense in pro wrestling sense, not even just, you know what I mean? Someone's gonna put their hands on you, and it shouldn't be a punch to the face. That's gonna look crazy. The RKO is the perfect move to dabble in the you know what I'm saying, the gender-free wrestling.
That shit ain't gonna happen until like WrestleMania.
Oh, it's gonna be one of the, if it's not one of the spots before the finish of that match, it'll be right after. She's gonna interfere in the match at some point. It'll happen either before the finish or it's gonna happen after the finish. For the record, the increase of there was an increase of 29% of the rating on Raw this week from last week in total viewership. 34% increase in the 18 to 49 year old demographic. So but again, I think when Adam Pearce is backstage talking about we're adding an extra hour to Raw and you get Randy Orton and CM Punk, like everybody's gonna tap in. It's inevitable at that point. That's an easy cheat code.
They could have left them goddamn commercials in that first hour.
Yeah. It's picture in picture that shit.